Hi everyone, it's nice to see you. I'm Joanne, the head baker at the college, and one of the most requested items for functions and catered events is the Bowdoin Log. The recipe is really simple and the technique is really simple too. First you need some premium vanilla ice cream, and I have here Gifford's 14%, which is what we use at Bowdoin. You could also use, if you can't find Gifford's, Ben & Jerry's, Brigham's, Shane's and Maine, any premium brand ice cream that's over 14% butterfat. That sticks together, rolls better, and it's just a better product overall. The 10% regular ice creams are a little more airy and don't make as good of a product, not as rich. The next thing you need to buy is famous chocolate wafers. This is the real secret to the Bowdoin Log, is the famous chocolate wafers. It's a crisp wafer cookie. It's really dark chocolate, so it sets off the vanilla flavor as well. They're kind of bittersweet, and they give the log a nice crispy coat. Oreos and sandwich cookies don't work well. They have the filling in them, and they don't crush well. They don't stick on the logs well, so don't even try it. The Bowdoin logs are not hard to make, but there's several things to do to get them just right. The first being, it's best to put an empty pan on the counter under another pan so it's not sitting on the counter that has been pre-frozen in the freezer so the ice cream will stay cold. Then we're going to scoop them into balls and put them on a frozen pan. I have this down below because it's easier to get good leverage. And sometimes the ice cream is really hard. And you want it firm so you can roll it, but you don't want it so firm that you break your arm trying to roll it. So this is our first step. While you're rolling your balls, you could take the time to grind up your chocolate wafers. The easiest way is in a food processor. But if you don't have a food processor, you could always take a meat mallet or anything that's got some substantial weight. Put those crumbs, put those cookies, break them up, put them in a Ziploc bag, a heavy plastic bag, and just start smashing them. It's very therapeutic. It's harder to do it like that because you really want those crumbs to be fine. See, those are like sand. There aren't any real big chunks in them. Another little secret is before you start to roll, to make a divot in your crumbs and just rub the ball of ice cream onto that to get the pan a little sticky. Also, I have a wet towel under the pan so the pan doesn't slide. And then you just simply take your ball of ice cream and roll it back and forth like this. And you're not really smushing it. I'm not putting a lot of pressure. My hand's really tight. And I'm trying not to use my fingers very much because if you use your fingers, I think you can probably see that. You get those ridges. Even the worst log and the misshapen log looks so much better when you cut those ends off and add the fudge. Is absolutely true because you can see this log is kind of thin around this end, fat around that end. Not really the greatest shape, and this one that I have in front of me was kind of the same way. The best way to serve the log, this is our homemade hot fudge, is to take a little dollop of fudge, put the log on top of the fudge, and then more of that gooey, hot fudge sauce. And this sauce is really so easy. So I put my pans on, goes in a double boiler. I threw in 1/3 of a stick of butter, a couple of cups of milk, threw some confectioner's sugar in there, some unsweetened chocolate wafers, a little bit of vanilla, and then walked around and set up. And probably 5 or 10 minutes later, this is what I had. It's nice, it's thick, and it's pretty impressive. For no work, you can tell people that you made fudge sauce and they'll think that you slaved. I won't tell them any different. So here's the log, a few toasted almonds on there, and doesn't that look great? And it's going to taste great.